Hello my dear children, welcome back to online class of English language once again. I hope all of you are doing good at home. So today I am going to discuss a topic called comprehension passage from your language paper, which will appear in your question number 4 and it will carry 20 marks in this paper. So what happens in the comprehension passage? How are you going to attempt the question? How will you deal with the questions? And you will bring out productive answers and score maximum marks. So I'll discuss with you in this class today. So first of all, a passage. What is passage? You will get the passage of 500 words maximum, and the question based on the passage will be as follows. Question that tests the candidate's knowledge of vocabulary and ability to understand the content of and infer informations and meaning from the text. A question that elicits the main ideas of all or part of the passage. This question will consist of two parts. Part number 1. In the first part, the candidate will be required to list the main point as directed in point form, like sentences, phrases, clauses will be accepted as long as the meaning is conveyed. In this part, marks will be awarded for content. So the content has to be coherent. Now in the second part of the question, the candidate will be required to frame these points in a summary, keeping to a word limit in a coherent manner. In this part, marks will be awarded for expressions and the candidate's ability to summarize the points clearly in complete sentence. Marks will be deducted for linguistic errors. Linguistic meaning language errors. Now I am going to discuss the format of the paper. Okay, so here I am going to show you one sample of the paper also with the solved answers in it. So what you all need to do is go through this sample properly, line by line, and practice as much as possible the unseen passage you can from the solved paper or practice paper, unsolved papers. You try it. Okay, so here you have question number 4 of unseen passage, contained 3 parts of A, B and C, carrying 20 marks. So you can have a glance at the passage and read thoroughly each and every line and words. So question A has given below 3 words of 3 marks and you have to write similar meaning from the passage. Question 2 also 3 question of 3 marks, but here you have to write different meaning from the passage which is contained and you can make a sentence of it. Question number B has answered the question as briefly as possible, which is of 2 marks each, and question C is the summarizing part of long question of 8 marks. You need to write the summary in the form of a connected passage in about 100 words. Now here you have some answering tips for you all. Learn precision, brevity and the art of writing in your own words. Regular practice in comprehension and analysis of unseen text is necessary. Students should read and understand the key words of the question properly. Should be specific and mention each detail in the answer. Learn to list important points. There are 2 parts the question 4C, and the students should have to attempt both parts. Do regular practice in precise writing. Encourage vocabulary and word building exercise. Encourage use of dictionary. Do practice in making sentences with words having multiple meanings and functions. Stress upon reading the instructions carefully. Students should analyze and distinguish between cause and effect. When descriptions is to be done, proper sequence of the feature must be given. Learn the basic rules of note making. Practice must be given with the help of short unseen passages. Precise writing using complete sentences, condensation and precision in presenting information correctly and relevantly. Students should know that the tense of the word should be the same as in the passage. You must replace the word in the passage with the word given in the question to see whether it fits exactly in the tense and meaning. Then only you will be able to identify the correct word from the passage. Do not change the form of the word. Basic syntactical rules must be learned. Do more practice in making sentences with homonyms to make them perfect. Read the question carefully, understand what is required, and then answer. Be careful with spelling and grammatical errors in part C. The précis must not exceed the word limit. So my suggestion to you all is read as much as possible. Okay, read the unsolved papers, solved papers, and try to attempt. The more you practice such comprehension passage, the more will be easier for you all to attempt. And read the questions properly. Before you write the answers, read and understand the question. Then you start writing the answer. That's all.